think we could have built the pyramids by now. All right. Thank you all for coming, and thank you for bearing with us. There's always some technical problems, but we'll add the time on at the end for you. Well, we have a lot happening today on the quiz. In addition to the questions, we have a fun special guest. We have a new sponsor we'll be talking about, and we have a new group.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
Before we get started, where did you run off today when we were grocery shopping?
Well, when we finished shopping, I went to the employee break room.
You went to the employee break room? What happened?
Well, I got kicked out, of course.
I'm not surprised.
Well, the store manager asked me what I was doing there.
What did you tell him?
Well, I told him I was there on my break.
But you don't work there.
That's what he said. And then I told him that I just went through the self-checkout line, so I clearly do work at that store.
Well, I guess he didn't buy your argument. Let's play the Londonderry Village Community Quiz. Here's your host and quiz master, a man who gets so excited in the grocery store, if he had a tail, he'd be wagging it. Bill Mulfair.
Thank you, Gabrielle. And thank you, Ann, our music director, Ann. And thanks to Joan Teal, our scorekeeper. And speaking of Joan, I saw that in this month, Joan has a birthday this month. And actually, Kathy Rodke, our special guest, has a birthday this month. And even Elle, who does commercials, he'll be up later, he has a birthday this month. Two. Oh, okay, he had 2 birthdays this month. Oh, all right. So you know what that means. Ann, a little birthday music, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy, and happy birthday to you. Hey, and many more. All right. Well, thanks to all of you for coming, our audience. We appreciate it. Thanks to you folks at home watching. We hope you enjoy it. And a special thanks to our contestants. You know, always our brave contestants. And let's meet our contestants for the quiz. Team number 1, we've got Nelson and Ethel Damschroeder. Thanks for participating. And can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
We've lived in Londonderry Village since March of 22. Born and raised in Ohio, so that's probably why you see some Ohio stuff on Nelson all the time.
Uh-huh.
And just some special news, we're going to get our 3rd great-grandson in January.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. And team... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Forgot. I will be signing autographs after the show.
Oh, okay. Now, are those going to be free, or are you charging for that?
Charging.
Oh, okay. All right, team number 2, Ramona Davis and Arlene Wagner. Ramona or Arlene, one of you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves? Arlene, Ramona? Yeah, somebody's got to... Close to the microphone.
Arlene Wagner's my name, and I'm probably one of the people that's been here the longest because we moved here in 2004, 20 years ago.
Wow.
And I live on Lafayette Drive. We're in the original house. And Ethel says she's getting great-grandchild number 3. We are getting great-grandchild number 9.
Oh, 9. Jane. Wow.
So, what else?
Ramona, anything you wanted to throw in there?
My husband Ken and I moved here in 2010. Ken went home to be with the Lord in 2013, so I've been a widow since that time. I too live on Lafayette, and I have found this to be a wonderful, wonderful place to live, and I'm very, very thankful to have this as my home for now.
All right. Well, thank you for participating today. It'll be a lot of fun. And Gabrielle, why don't you explain the rules?
Okay. Each team will have 20 seconds to answer a multiple choice question. If they answer correctly, they get 10 points. If they don't answer correctly, the other team will have a chance to answer for 5 points. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. We'll have our first round of questions, but first, the quiz is sponsored by the Volunteer Shuttle Service. And here's Bill and Jane with more information.
All right. Where's Jane? Come on up, Jane. All right, Jane. Tell us all about the Volunteer Shuttle Service.
You got it. For those of you who don't know, in June we started a golf cart shuttle service on campus only.
There it is. No, that's not.
That's
actually.
not exactly it, but that's the idea. It is available Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 12:30, and then again from 1:30 to 3:30. So if you want to come down for one of our presentations here in DiMatteo, we will pick you up at home, bring you down. If you'd like to go up to one of the greenhouses to visit somebody, we will pick you up, take you there, then bring you back down. I actually have business cards. I will leave some here.
Okay.
That way, when the program's over, you can pick some up. You can call the number on this card during those specific hours, and they are written on the card. If we do have some people who call me at extension 3051, and I schedule their trips during those business hours. I see some of our volunteers in the audience. So all our volunteers, our amazing volunteers, have all gone through a video training and a driving training. So they're all accredited and safe.
Now, how fast do these go?
We are limited to 15 miles per hour on campus.
Okay.
It will go a little faster than that, but we are not supposed to do that. And actually, I must admit, it's a very fun vehicle to drive. So, if you're interested in becoming a volunteer for the golf cart shuttle, just give me a call. I just got another one today, so I'm going to do some more training, and we'll get them certified, and they can join the club.
All right.
So, but
Well,
please take advantage of it. It's a wonderful service.
All right. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you.
We appreciate
I
it.
will leave someplace, and they are all available at each of the reception areas too. The cards.
All right. Thank you, Jane. Gabrielle.
Here's yet another way to get to know your neighbors. Conversations with Friends meets the first Monday of each month at 1 p.m. in Fellowship Hall. Everyone's invited to attend and no reservations are needed. For more information, check out the newsletter, and now let the game begin.
All right. All right. Well, let's go to question number 1, and it will be for team number 1. All right, question number 1 for team number 1. Now, you know, a lot of times when there's
I messed up.
yeah, pull it forward a little bit, maybe. No, not that way, the other way, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on a second.
We'll have to trust you.
How's this? this. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, don't fall off the edge.
I'll write it and then put it up.
Okay, sounds good.
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, you're not,
Where did I leave my clipboard? There it is. All right, question number 1. You can see that this is a very professionally done program. Team number 1. You know, when there's airplane crashes, whatever, we always hear about they got to listen to the black box recording. Well, what color is the airplane's black box flight recorder? Is it A, black, B, yellow, C, white, or D, orange?
D, orange.
That's your answer?
Yes.
Well, it's correct. You get 10 points. Team number 1. All right. Okay. Bear with the scoreboard today. All right. Team 2. Now, a lot of our questions are July. We're talking about Independence Day. So, team number 2. Who ruled England when the colonies established independence? Was it A, King George III, B, Queen Elizabeth I, C, King George I, or D, Queen Victoria? What do you think, team number 2, for 10 points to even up this game?
King George I.
King George I. See, that is not correct. So team number 1, now you're going to have a chance to pick up 5 points if you can answer this question with the 3 remaining answers, A, B, or D. What do you think, team number 1?
A.
A, King George III is correct for 5 points. All right.
I'm feeding him.
I know. All right, we're back to team number 1 for question number 3. What is the fastest land animal? All right, team number 1. Is it A, the gazelle, B, the greyhound, C, the quarter horse, or D, the cheetah? What do you say, team number 1, the fastest land animal?
We're thinking D.
D, the cheetah? That's correct. You get 10 points. All right. All right, so we're question number 4. This is for team 2. This is your 10-point question. A little history question here. In what year did the Berlin Wall fall?
Do you know?
Okay, this is question number 4. Is it A, 1989, B, 1979, C, 1984, or D, 1974? What do you think, team 2?
A, 1989.
You are correct. A is the answer. You get 10 points. All right. All right, let's go to question number 5. And, you know, another thing that's happening now is the Summer Olympics are starting. So team number 1, here's a question for you. In what year were the first modern Summer Olympic Games held? Was it A, 1892, B, 1900, C, 1896, or D, 1904? I'll give you a hint, it was a long time ago.
We will try D.
D, 1904?
Yes.
Good guess, but not correct. All right, team number 2. Now you can pick up 5 points if you can guess from the other 3 answers, A, B, or C, what do you think it is? The first modern Summer Olympic Games. When were they held? Team number 2. What do you guess on this one? Throw something out there.
B, 1900?
You're guessing B, 1900. It's a good round number, but it's not the right number. Actually, the correct answer is C, 1896. That was a tough one. All right, let's go to question number 6. This is for team number 2. And this is a somewhat of a musical question here. Which singer's real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata? Is it Lady Gaga, Madonna, Gwen Stefani, or Cher? One of those people is their real name up there is a long one.
How about D?
You're going with D, Cher? No, I'm sorry, that's not right. Not right. So team number 1 for 5 points. The remaining 3 answers. What do you think?
I'll try A, Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is correct. You get 5 more points. All right. All right, well, team number 1 moving right along there. So, Gabrielle, what's the score?
After the first crazy round, the score is Team 1, Nelson and Ethel, 30 points, and Team 2, Ramona and Arlene, 10 points. Now it's time for our fitness minute, and here's the gang with more.
All right, Mary. Yes, that's on. Mary, Rob, give us a fitness minute here, if you would.
Hey, Rob, guess what's happening tomorrow?
Friday? It's going to be Friday?
No. The Olympics start tomorrow.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, do you know what all Olympians have to be really good at in order to be successful?
Probably healthy eating and staying hydrated.
Those are 2 very important things, but actually it's something that you wouldn't think of. They need to remember to breathe. Okay, and you might not think, well, that's an automatic thing, but it's a skill, and it's a skill that you can get better at. If you breathe better, your posture gets better, you move better, you have less stress. Okay, so there's a lot of positive benefits, but it's a skill. So here's what we're going to do. Mary, we're going to go through a little activity, and we're going to have audience participation. Audience.
It's on.
Audience participation.
You don't need to get so close.
10th time to go. So we're going to have you do the same thing that Mary does, and people at home, please feel free to participate. So Mary, what I'd like you to do is first, get rid of this. Okay, what I'd like you to do is put both hands on your navel. Everybody here, put both hands on your navel. Okay? Mary, I want you to inhale through your nose for 3 seconds. Everybody inhale through their nose and let that air out slowly. Okay, we're going to do that again, and when we do it, I want you to feel your belly rise as oxygen goes in it, and as it goes out, your belly will sink. Let's try it again. We're breathing in through our nose. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right. So that's a skill that you can get better at. And Mary,
If you'd like to improve your breathing, try one of our classes or stop by the fitness center.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Rob and Mary. Let me put this back in here. All right. Gabrielle.
Here's something new. The Music Appreciation Group will meet in the theater at 11 a.m. on the 4th Wednesday of each month. Bring your favorite CD and sample favorite songs from other residents. The group plans to listen to a variety of music. To learn more, check out the information in the newsletter. And now here's Bill with more questions.
Okay, and speaking of fitness, Team 1, this is your question. Has to do a little bit with fitness, I guess, more with muscles. How many muscles does it take to smile? Is it A, 13, B, 19, C, 9, or D, 23? Team number 1, how many muscles does it take to smile? It's one of those.
We're going to go with D.
You're going with D, 23? That's a lot of muscles. And it's not right. So team number 2, you're going to have a chance to pick up 5 points if you can guess one of the remaining 3, A, B, or C.
Well, if it's not D, let's try A.
A, you're right. 13 muscles. You wouldn't think it'd take all those muscles, but all right. Okay, now team number 2, here's your 10-point question. Which U.S. state has the average hottest temperature? Is it A, Hawaii, B, Florida, C, Arizona, or D, Mississippi? This is the average hottest temperature. No, not the one-day hottest, but the average hottest for the whole year.
How about C?
You're going with C, Arizona? It's that dry heat they always talk about, but that's not the right answer. So team number 1, you have a chance to pick up 5 more points. Add to your lead if you can tell us A, B, or D.
D for damn sure.
When in doubt, is that your strategy? Pick one. Talking to the mic, please.
Pick one.
We're going to go with D.
You're going with D, Mississippi? Well, I'm sorry, it's not right. It's actually Florida.
That's
B,
what I was gonna
Florida.
say,
Yeah,
Florida.
that's the highest average hottest temperature. Okay. All right, so let's go to question number 9. This is for team number 1. And this is a shopping with Gabrielle question. Go ahead, Gabrielle.
Who is the retail giant whose autobiography is titled Made in America? Is it A, J. Cash Penney, B, Sam Walton, C, John Wanamaker, or D, Roland Hussey Macy?
All right, team number 1. This is your... Nelson's bailing on this one, I can tell that right away. This is your question.
I didn't know Cash was.
Whose autobiography is that? A, B, C, or
Well,
D?
I'm thinking Penny's been around for a long time, so I'm going to try A.
Try A. Good try. Not right. Team 2. Team 2, you can pick up 5 points. B, C, or D? B, C, or D?
How about B?
B, Sam Walton, Walmart fame, is correct. That's his autobiography, yeah. All right, Team 2, you're moving right along here now. Here's your 10-point question. Another geography type question here. What is the largest desert in the world? The largest desert. Is it A, the Kalahari, B, the Great Australian, C, the Sahara, or D, the Gobi?
How about C, the Sahara?
C, the Sahara is absolutely right. You get 10 points on that. All right.
remember something
All right, they're
from
catching up. All right. All right.
We're letting them catch up.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Question number 11 for team number 1. Here's a movie question for you. Who portrayed Mr. Rogers in the film It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood? Was it A, George Clooney, B, Eddie Redmayne, C, Tom Hanks, or D, Matthew McConaughey? Okay, team number 1. Who do you guess on this?
I'm going to try C, Tom Hanks.
C, Tom Hanks. He's in a lot of stuff. And so you almost can't go wrong by guessing him.
But I did this time.
No, it's right. You got 10 points. Gabrielle, I just threw Matthew McConaughey in there for your benefit. I know you love him. All right. Team number 2, we're at a Bible question. In the Bible, how many people were saved on Noah's Ark? People. Now, people. No animals, just people. Was it A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 8?
There were three. Three, so it'd be 6, 7, 8.
We're going to try D.
D, 8? That's correct. You get 10 points. Woo. All right. Gabrielle, what's the score?
Okay, after the second round, the score is Team 1, Nelson and Ethel, 40 points, and Team 2, Ramona and Arlene, 40 points. We're at a tie.
All right.
The community quiz is brought to you by the Village Arts Center. Here's Bill and Faye with more information.
All right, come on, Faye. Tell us all about this
It's a
secret.
handful.
The best kept secret at Londonderry
Yes, it
Village.
is, the best kept secret. It's located near the IL mailboxes, especially important for new residents to know. And when you look in the door, you'll see the puzzle tables. But if you look behind the puzzle tables, you'll see a glass case for display with sales items that are made by the residents and friends. There are a variety of items which does change as new things are made. Right now we have some stuffed animals. We've got this cute little rabbit, a tiny little teddy bear, an elephant, and a pillow, beautiful pillow. We do have big elephants, and when I say big, it's because they're too big to put in a display case, because they are about this big. And if you're interested in one of those, if you tell Trudy, she'll contact us and we can arrange to meet to have you look at it. On top of the case is quite a selection of greeting cards made by the craft group, priced at 25 cents. You'll never find a better bargain.
That's for sure.
Birthday cards, retirement cards, sympathy cards, get well cards, anniversary cards, thank you cards, and thinking of you cards. Just make your purchases, put the money in a locked donation box on top of the case, and all the proceeds go to the Good Samaritan Fund. Collected so far this year, we have $275, and last year we had over 1,000. In the back of the room is a sewing machine to be used by anybody who does not have one but would like to do some sewing. And then the white cabinets, they're full of yarn and some crochet thread and fabric to be used. And the room is open 24/7. No excuse for not being there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Faye. All right. The Village Arts Center. All right. Now you know what time it is? It's time for Pun Fun with Gabrielle.
Hey, Bill, since the Summer Olympics is one of our quiz questions this month, why is basketball the messiest Olympic sport?
I don't know. Why is basketball the messiest sport in the Olympics?
Because players dribble all over the court. Now back to the quiz.
All right. All right, let's get back to the quiz here. And question number 13, this is for team number 1. You might remember this. In what year did the Titanic sink? Was it A, 1904, B, 1916, C, 1912, or D, 1908? Team number 1 for 10 points. Give us an answer, please, team number 1.
I guess we're going to go with C.
You're going with C, 1912, and that's correct. You get 10 points. Yeah, very good, very good. All right, team number 2. This is your question, team number 2. Who created the Muppets? Was it A, Fred Rogers, B, Jim Henson, C, Sherry Lewis, or D, Edgar Bergen? Who created the Muppets?
B. Jim Henson.
You're going with B, Jim Henson, and that is correct for 10 points. All right. Boy, this is turning out to be a very good game here. Okay, question number 15 for team number 1. And this is a definition question for you. What is the term for a person who doesn't eat meat or poultry, but who does eat seafood? Now, is it A, a vegetarian, B, a carnivore, C, a pescatarian, or D, a vegan?
What's a pescatarian?
Another one Nelson's passing off to Ethel, I think. All right, what is your guess on this, team number 1, for 10 points?
Well, I don't know what C means.
Which one are you going to guess here?
I guess D.
You're going with D, a vegan. That is not correct. So team number 2, 5 points, A, B, or C?
C.
That's correct. Probably a word you never heard of. I never saw that word. All right, team number 2, this is your question, science question for you. Who discovered penicillin? And just in the nick of time. Was it A, Marie Curie, B, Alexander Fleming, C, Rachel Carson, or D, Albert Einstein? Who discovered penicillin? Team number 2 for 10 points.
I'm a nurse. I better get this right. I think it was Fleming.
B, Alexander Fleming is correct for 10 points. You retain your nurse's license. All right. Here you go, team number 1. A magic land question. This is one of your kind of questions, Nelson, I think. All right. What magic land did C.E. Lewis write about? Was it A, Oz, B, Neverland? Yeah, it was C.S. Lewis, I'm sorry. B, Neverland, C, Narnia, or D, Xanadu? What magic land did C.S. Lewis write about? A, B, C, or D? Team number 1, 10 points.
We'll try B.
You're going with B, Neverland? No. You'll be going to Neverland after the show if you know. Team number 2 for 5 points. A, C, or D?
1, 2, 3. Narnia.
Narnia is correct. See, you get 5 points on that one. Okay. All right. Okay, this is question 18. This is for team number 2. This is your 10-point question. Back to the Olympics. Which Olympic athlete set a record in 1972 by winning 7 gold medals? Was it A, Coco Gauff, B, Caleb Dressel, C, Mark Spitz, or D, Christoph Milek?
Swimmer.
C, Mark Spitz.
That's correct. Swimmer. Get 10 points. Whoa. Team number 2 zooming right along there. Gabrielle, what's the score?
After the 3rd round, the score is Team 1, Nelson and Ethel, 50 points, and Team 2, Ramona and Arlene, 80 points. Woo! Now here's Bill with this month's special guest.
Come on up, Kathy. We have a special guest for you this month. We're going to have some fun with Kathy Rodkey. Welcome. Welcome to the quiz.
That is not a picture of me.
I don't know. There's a resemblance there.
Okay, you all have heard the story of Cinderella. And this is just a twist on the words, and it's funny. At least I think it's funny. I heard it many years ago, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I have. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl. Her name was Rindasella, and she lived with her muggly other and the two sad bisters. And they lived in a car and country. And in that same car and country, there was a Pants and Hints. Now the Pants and Hints decided to have a Bancy Fall. And Rindasella's muggly other and two sad bisters got all excited about getting their dancy fresses to go to this Bancy Fall. And Rindasella, she just was really sad because all she had was Rurdy Dags and couldn't go. But as the day approached, everybody was so excited about this Bancy Fall, and they all had their dancy fresses except for Rindasella. Now Rindasella just got down and tried because she didn't have a dancy fress to go to the Bancy Fall. And she just didn't know what to do with herself. But anyway, along comes her Gary Fodguther, whatever that is, with this magic wand, and she all of a sudden had a dancy fress, and outside there was a kick boach and Hicks white sources to take her to the Bancy Fall. He said to her, Rindasella, you be sure you're home before midnight. Nidmight, or I'll turn you into a Tonkin. And so Rindasella off to this Bancy Fall. And the Pants and Hints met her at the door because he was watching all the fancy, beautiful girls coming in with their fancy fresses on from a wooden hingo. And so they danced and they danced and they danced all night and they lell in fove. And all of a sudden, the clock struck midnight, and Rindasella just staced down those rares, and she beached the rodham. She slopped her dripper, and the next day, this Pants and Hints was just trying to find out who this slipper belonged to, and he went to all the houses and all around the community, and he got to Rindasella's house, and the ugly mother muggly other
Let's get this.
tried it on and it fitted it. And the two sad bisters tried it on and it fitted it. And Rindasella tried it on and it fitted it. It was just a sight rise. And so they were married and lived happily ever after. But there is a story to this story. If you want a Pants and Hints to law and fub with you, don't forget to slop your dripper.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy Rodkey, beautiful, beautiful. You'll have to try to remember that for your friends later. Gabrielle?
Every Friday, you can see a classic film right here in the big screen. Hey, maybe we can ask for Cinderella. In addition, there are special longer movies showing from time to time. See the newsletter for more information. And now, back to the quiz.
Okay, we're back with the quiz. Question number 19, it's for team number 1. A geography question for you. What is the world's longest river? Is it A, the Amazon, B, the Mississippi, C, the Nile, or D, the Susquehanna, the world's longest river? Got to throw one of those in every now. Team number one.
Make me the bad guy. All right. We'll go with A.
You're going with A, the Amazon? That's correct, for 10 points. Surprised yourself on that one, didn't you? All right, let's go to question number 20. This is for team number 2, and for this question, I assume the role of Cronkite Mulfair doing the news. In the news today, North Korea captures the USS Pueblo. Dr. Martin Luther King is assassinated in Memphis, and McDonald's introduces the Big Mac nationwide. And that's the way it was on this date in A, 1964, B, 1968, C, 1972, or D, 1976. Team number 2.
Let's guess B. What do you think? I think it's B. What are you going to go with?
What do you think, team number 2?
We're going to try B, 1968.
B, 1968. We remember it well, and that is correct. 1968 is when all that happened. All right, let's go to question number 21. It's kind of a music question. Hey, don't forget that music appreciation group coming up. Team number 1, what type of music has been shown to help plants grow better and faster? Is it jazz, rock and roll, blues, or classical? What do you think, team number 1?
Oh, we'll go with D. We're going to go with classical.
D, classical. You can't go wrong with classical, and that's correct for 10 points. Yeah. All right, let's go to question number 22. We're back to the movies for team number 2. What year was the movie Jaws released? Could have been released now with all the sharks they're finding in the... Is it A, 1972, B, 1975, C, 1978, or D, 1981? Jaws, team number 2.
A, 1972.
You're going with A, 1972? I'm sorry, team number 2, that is not correct. So team number 1 for 5 points, you got a chance to...
I picked the jazz.
How about D?
Which one?
B, D, 1981.
Hold the mic close and give us a guess.
Go ahead. I've already been told I'm wrong.
Come on now, you got to give us an answer.
Come on, let's go.
Give us a guess.
1975.
You're going with 1975, and that's correct. So you get 5 points out of that. It's like pulling teeth with you guys. Jeez. All right, now question number 23. This is for team number 1. This is a 10-point question. And again, we're back to Independence Day. And what was the first state to declare the 4th of July a state holiday? Was it A, Pennsylvania, B, Massachusetts, C, Delaware, or D, Virginia? A state holiday. Which state did it?
Yeah, national.
All right.
We'll try.
Oh, it's us.
Yes.
That's you.
Yes.
Welcome back. Yeah. We're going to try C.
You're going with C, Delaware. They call it the first state, but in this case, it's wrong. That wasn't the state. So team number 2, you got a chance to pick up another 5 points, add to your lead. Which state? We know it's A, B, or D. A, B, or D. 5 points.
Let's go.
Give us a guess, team number 2.
Oh, good. It's taking them long.
Come on, you got it.
Let's try A.
You're going with A, Pennsylvania? No.
No.
Not correct.
So we're wrong.
The answer actually to that one, that was 23. That was actually Massachusetts. B was Massachusetts on that one. All right, now let's go to question number 24 for Team 2. And this is an interesting question for you. I love these questions. Yeah. How many days are in a fortnight? You've probably heard people using that all the time.
No, I haven't.
A, 20, B, 3, C, 40, or D, 14. How many days in a fortnight? You don't have a fortnight to give us the answer, so.
We don't use that word anymore. B.
You're going with B3?
No, I don't think that's right.
That's not correct, I'm sorry. So team number 1 for 5 points, A, C, or D? A, C, or D?
We're going to try C.
You're going with C, 40. You're thinking fortnight, 40? No, that's not right. It's actually 14, D, 14. Remember that next time within 2 weeks of something, you'll say, I'll see you in a fortnight. All right, Gabrielle, what's the score?
After the 4th round, the score is Team 1, Nelson and Ethel, 75 points, and Team 2, Ramona and Arlene, 90 points. The quiz is brought to you by the convenience store. Here's Bill and Elle with more information.
Well, happy birthdays, Elle.
I'm so thankful as I stand before you that the notes I have were written by Bonnie Parks, not Kathy Rodke. While home in your apartment or your independent living duplex, thinking I really could eat some fresh fruit with my lunch or maybe ice cream or possibly a popsicle or an ice cream sandwich for a snack, instead of going out for these goodies, head to the convenience store and check out our selection of fresh fruits and our assortment of frozen treats. That was Bonnie's idea. Mine was Snickers and Milky Way. The Village Convenience Store is centrally located in the Snell Center, Londonderry Village. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Even if you're not hungry, feel free to stop in and just say hi. They'll be glad to see you. Oh, one other thing. Look in your newsletter for August for the upcoming sub sale. It'll be pre-registration. Am I right, Bonnie? Okay. Ethel, I'm sorry.
That's okay, thanks.
Thanks, Elle. All right, Gabrielle.
We have a great group of dedicated residents who collect trash from the cottages and duplexes twice weekly. Another group collects recyclables weekly. If you want to help, get more information in the newsletter. Now here's Bill with more questions.
All right, we're going to our next round, and we're getting close here to the end. So team number 1, this question's for you, another Bible question. Which author wrote the most books in the Bible? Is it A, Matthew, B, John, C, Mark, or D, Paul? Team number 1.
Jump on it.
Well, what do you think, Ethel?
B.
B?
John.
You would think that's a good guess, but it's not the right guess. Team number 2, A, C, or D?
1, 2, 3. Paul.
D, Paul is correct for 5 more points. All right. Team number 2 is All right. Okay, let's go to 26. This is for team number 2. This is your 10-point question.
Oh, she's a nurse.
Now, this is, well, you know, that. This is somewhat of a science question, I guess. I don't know if you could call it that. How long does it take for food to reach your stomach when swallowed? Is it A, 1 to 2 minutes, B, 5 to 8 seconds, C, 25 to 35 seconds, or D, 1 to 3 seconds? Team number 2 for 10 points. What do you think?
We don't know the answer to this.
Okay.
But we're going to guess.
Good.
B, 5 to 8 seconds.
You're going with B, 5 to 8 seconds? Well, that is a very good guess, because it's correct for 10 points. All right. Can you imagine if it took a minute or more? That would be. Okay, 27. And again, we're back to Independence Day. Which president was born on the 4th of July? Now, is it A, Calvin Coolidge, B, James Madison, C, Franklin Roosevelt, or D, William McKinley? And Nelson, I guess you're it.
I'm it.
Which president born on the 4th of July?
I actually think it was B. Madison.
You're going with B, James Madison, and that is not correct. I'm sorry. So team number 2, A, C, or D?
His name is actually John Calvin Coolidge.
Silent Cal, yes, you're right. They must have studied for that one. All right, you get 5 points out of that. Now, here's your 10-point question. That was 5 points. Your
Right, Gabrielle? 110?
Yep.
Okay, team 2, this is your 10-point question. We got to define the word here. All right, define the word. What is cynophobia or kynophobia? I'm not quite sure which way it's pronounced, but is that A, fear of snakes, B, fear of public speaking, C, fear of falling, or D, fear of dogs? Team number 2. Cynophobia. What do you say, team number 2? Be ready, team number 1. I'm getting a feeling they may not have this one nailed down.
We're actually trying to give, I promised Ethel that we were going to let her catch up with us.
Okay. What is your guess on this one, team?
We don't know.
Well,
but
guess one then. A, B, C, or D?
oh, why not fear of snakes?
Fear of snakes? They are fearful, but no, it's not fear of snakes. So team number 1, you got a chance for 5 points. B, C, or D? B, C, or D? Give us a guess.
B.
Cynophobia.
We're going with B.
You're going with B,
Yeah.
fear of public speaking?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not right. It's actually fear of dogs. Yeah, cynophobia is fear of dogs. Yes. The decision of the judges is final. Oh, wait a second. That was question 28. Yeah, that was fear of dogs. Okay, number 29, this is for team number 1. You got a TV question here for you. In the TV series Charlie's Angels, who played the voice of Charlie? Was it A, John Forsythe, B, McDonald Carey, C, Robert Young, or D, Tom Bosley? The voice of Charlie. Charlie's Angels, remember they always would talk to him on the phone?
Yeah.
Who played the voice of Charlie?
I've been told it's D.
You're going with D, Tom Bosley? No. No. Team 2 for 5 points. Team 2, 5 points. The voice of Charlie on Charlie's Angels. A, B, or C?
I don't know, but I'm going to go with A.
A, John Forsythe. That's correct. That's correct for 5 points. Good guess. All right, so question number 30. This is for team number 2. And again, we'll have okay, running out of ink there. Okay, it's another 4th of July type question here. Team number 2, how many times does the Liberty Bell ring on each Independence Day? Is it A, 3, B, 50, C, 0, or D, 13?
We think because of its crack, it's C0.
C0? Good guess, but wrong. I threw that one in there to throw you off, you know. So team number 1, it's either A, B, or D. How many times they ring the Liberty Bell on Independence Day?
We're going to go with D.
You're going with D, 13? 13 colonies? That's right. For 5 points. All right. Okay, we're rolling right along. And Gabrielle, what's the score at this point?
After the 5th round, the score is Team 1, Nelson and Ethel, 80 points. And Team 2, Ramona and Arlene, 115 points.
Ooh, okay.
Next month, by popular demand, our special guest will be Ken Phillips. Quiz questions will focus on summer vacations and back to school. And now here's Bill with our final question.
And next month, the quiz, it's a little early because the 4th Thursday is actually on the 22nd of August. So we're here the 22nd of August, 2 p.m. And of course, we're always looking for contestants. If any of you are interested, come on up after we're finished or give us a call. Our number's in the newsletter with the article about the quiz. And of course, I'm always looking for entertainers too. For our special guest, you know, we're always looking for jugglers. I never get anybody to tell me that they can juggle. But anyway, all right. All right, so now it's time for the final question, and let's let me explain this to the teams. All right, what you're going to do on one of those cards, you're going to tell us how much of your score you're willing to gamble that you can answer this question correctly. Now, team number 1, you have 80 points, so you can bet from 0 to 80 points. And team number 2, you have 115 points, so you can bet anywhere from 0 to 115 points. So write down in nice big numbers so that we can see how many points you want to wager on this final question. This is the great equalizer question. All right, you got it written down there? How many? Boy, you really did write big. Okay. All right. Okay. And team number 2, you have yours written down? Okay. All right. All right. So let's see what the question is. Talking about Independence Day and cookouts. And our question is, what is Gabrielle's favorite condiment on hot dogs? Is it A, mustard, B, coleslaw, C, ketchup, or D, sauerkraut? Now, what I want you to do, both teams, don't say anything. I want you to write down the letter of the answer that you think it is. Nice big letter there on the card. A, B, C, or D. Write it down on the card. Team 2 must be applying some scientific principles to this answer. Write it down there. All right, you have yours written down?
Yes.
Okay, and you have yours written down? All right, Gabrielle, tell us. What is your favorite condiment on
I like mustard. I like ketchup. I'm German. I was born in Germany, so you would think the answer would be sauerkraut.
Yeah.
But when I lived in North Carolina, we put coleslaw on our dogs, and that's been my favorite ever since.
All right, so the answer is B. Let's see, team number one. Oh, you got A. How many points did you risk, team number one?
All in.
They went all in with 80 points. So I'm sorry, team number one. All right, let's go to team number two. Let's show us what your guess was.
Well, we thought that she dressed for what she liked on it the best, and it was ketchup. But apparently that is not the right answer.
No, C was not right. How many points did you risk? 25 points, a cautious bet, so you're down to 90 points. But no matter what, you're going to have enough to win this game. Team number two is our champions. Congratulations, team number two, Ramona and Arlene. And we have great prizes for you. Our winning team gets meals at the cafe at Stonebach. And don't fret, team number one. You get our consolation prizes of certificates to the convenience store. So, thank you. All right, that's going to do it for another community quiz. Appreciate all of you coming out and having some fun with us today. Contestants, thank you. Anne, Gabrielle, Joan, appreciate it. We heard about that volunteer shuttle service. That sounds like fun. We heard about it, the new music appreciation group today. Of course, Gabrielle's Olympic pun. Yeah. And Kathy Rodkey, thank you for twisting our tongues today. We appreciate it. Thank all of you for coming. And we'll see you next month, the 22nd, 2 o'clock, for another edition of the Londonderry Village Community Quiz. Thanks a lot, everybody.